Hello everyone and welcome back to Xbox Nation, your #1 stop for all things Xbox and Game Pass. This week is a little lighter in terms of video game releases, but we do have some interesting AA and indie experiences alongside a new entry and a long-running AAA sports franchise. My name is Fletcher, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to turn on the notification bell as we do upload Xbox content every single day. With that out of the way, let's dive right into the releases coming between the 10th of March up until the 14th. First up, we have Chornobyl Liquidators. This isn't your typical Chornobyl game. No, instead there's no sci-fi mutants and no supernatural horrors. Chornobyl Liquidators is actually a very raw, realistic look at the disaster, throwing you into the chaos of the actual meltdown. You'll be stepping into the boots of different responders, firefighters battling the inferno at Reactor 4, scientists navigating the radioactive ruins of Pripyat, and workers cleaning lethal debris. The atmosphere here is very intense, the weight of history is ever present, and the sheer terror of invisible radiation makes every moment feel gripping. You'll have to make some tough choices here, deal with the oppressive oversight of the Soviet government, and also push through grueling, dangerous work. But be warned, this game really does lean heavily into the realism, meaning some tasks can feel like hard work rather than fun. If you're looking for a haunting, historically driven experience, Chornobyl Liquidators delivers an unforgettable look at one of history's greatest tragedies.
High above the danger, a desperate mission unfolds. The ultimate sacrifice to prevent disaster.
Into the Gungeon makes its triumphant return to Xbox Game Pass on the 11th of March, and if you haven't played it yet, now's your chance to dive into one of the wildest roguelikes out on the market. In this game, you'll take control of a Gungeoneer, each with unique abilities as you blast your way through a procedurally generated dungeon packed with unpredictable enemies and some of the most ridiculous weapons in all of gaming. A gun that shoots sharks? Check. A lowercase r that fires the word bullet? Absolutely. Every single run here is really different, forcing you to adapt and master dodging, shooting and looting like a pro. And don't get me started on the bosses. They're massive, over-the-top bullet-spewing nightmares that will really push your reflexes to the limits. With buttery smooth combat, some top-tier humor, and just endless replayability, Enter the Gungeon is a must-play, whether you're doing it solo or causing mayhem in the court mode. Now, take a deep breath, slow down, and pour yourself a cup of something warm. Wanderstop isn't your typical game. From the mind behind the Stanley Parable and the Beginner's Guide, this cozy narrative adventure blends team-making with an emotional journey of change and self-discovery. In this game, you'll play as Alta, a former warrior turned reluctant tea shop owner, trying to adjust to a new, peaceful life. As customers pass through, their stories help Alta confront her own past, and also the struggles of leaving one chapter behind to begin another. The team-making mechanics aren't just for show here. Every blend you create carries meaning, influencing both your conversations and also the game's overarching themes. It has gorgeous visuals, a beautifully introspective narrative, and gentle but engaging interactions that make Wanderstop a game that's as thought-provoking as it is relaxing. It finally comes to the Xbox consoles on the 11th of March, and I cannot wait for this slower and more chilled indie experience.
I need to enjoy this. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Centum starts as a typical point-and-click escape game. You're trapped in a cell, trying to break free. But nothing in this game is as it seems. Every click, every choice, and every conversation subtly reshapes your entire story, revealing layers of deception, reality-warping mysteries, and an AI that evolves based on your decisions. The unreliable narrator in this game will have you second-guessing everything, from your own choices to the very nature of the entire game itself. As you progress through this game, you'll influence the AI's personality, guiding it towards different outcomes, some enlightening, others deeply unsettling. With multiple different paths and also secrets hidden beneath the surface, no two playthroughs of this game are the same. If you love games that challenge perception, twist expectations, and keep you questioning absolutely everything, then Centum is a psychological puzzle box that really is worth opening. Now, coming to us as well on the 11th of March, Beyond the Ice Palace 2 revives a gothic legend in a modern Metroidvania fashion. You will take on the role of the Cursed King, wielding the chains that once bound you to navigate a fallen kingdom. This action-packed platformer combines tight exploration, challenging combat, and strategic progression. Each area is filled with tons of hidden upgrades, powerful enemies, and also formidable bosses that will really test your skills. Secrets here are really interwoven throughout the world, rewarding players who take the time just to explore it. The game's dark, atmospheric art style enhances the eerie setting, making it such a must-play for fans of gothic fantasy adventures. If you're into old-school action with a very fresh coat of paint, then Beyond the Ice Palace 2 delivers that on all fronts. The beloved Fate series finally returns with enhanced visuals and smoother gameplay in Fate Reawakened when it comes to the Xbox consoles on the 12th of March. This collection actually includes all 4 games: Fate, Fate Undiscovered Realms, Fate the Traitor Soul, and Fate the Cursed King, each featuring upgraded graphics, real-time lighting, and also improved localization. You can expect procedurally generated dungeons, randomized loot, and real-time combat, where you can choose between melee, ranged, or magic-based playstyles. You'll also be able to tame and train pets to fight alongside you, adding such another layer to the strategy. The upgrade to real-time directional lighting and ambient occlusion gives the game a fresh new look while still maintaining its classic charm. Whether you're a long-time fan or a newcomer, this remaster brings back the addictive dungeon crawling fun with such a great modernized touch. Now, it's time for the wild card of this month, and that is known as MULLET MADJACK. This one really caught me off guard, but now I'm all in for it. Picture an anime-inspired FPS set in 2090, where society is fully merged with the internet and you literally need dopamine every 10 seconds or you die. You will play as a moderator hunting down AI overlords known as rebellionaires in a high-speed neon-soaked cyber world. The gameplay is a mix of roguelike FPS action and arcade chaos, where every kill resets your 10-second survival timer. You can expect insane fast-paced gunplay, wild cyberpunk aesthetics, and a high-energy soundtrack that keeps the adrenaline really pumping. The game also features a branching narrative, making each playthrough significantly different based on your own actions. With its fast pace and over-the-top storytelling, MULLET MADJACK is really shaping up to be one of the most unique releases on Game Pass this month. Again, it will be dropping day one onto Xbox Game Pass on the 13th of March, and I will have my review out on this one this Thursday. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you mixed The Legend of Zelda with a tower defense game? Well, Dwerve has your answer. You play as a young dwarf tinkerer, armed with one thing: ingenuity, and you will definitely need it. You're not some mighty warrior swinging an axe. You're slow, fragile, and barely able to hold your own. That's where turrets and traps come in here. Witch King Vandra and an army of trolls are on a mission to conquer the surface, and only your gadgets can ultimately stop them. Every fight is a mini tower defense puzzle. Set up a spike trap to slow down enemies, then use an arrow turret to take them out. You can only carry 4 at a time, so every choice in this game really does matter. Scrap is also your best friend, as you can find and upgrade your turrets, which is the key to survival, and every battle really is a test of strategy. The game's checkpoint system also keeps the action flowing, meaning if you mess up, you're right back into the action. If you love tactical combat and a fresh take on dungeon crawling, then Dwerve is worth checking out this month.
Do you think I'll ever be a warsmith?
Hopefully you'll never need to be one. Now, go to sleep, my boy.
We can finally step back into the ring because WWE 2K25 is finally here this week, and it's bigger and better than ever before. Whether you want to relive legendary moments or carve out your own path, this year's edition has you covered. Showcase mode is back and more cinematic than ever before, letting you experience iconic matches in a whole new way. The My GM mode also now includes online multiplayer, expanded booking options, and cross-brand pay-per-views. If you've ever dreamed of running your own WWE empire, now's your chance. Also, let's not forget about the roster. There's over 300 wrestlers this time, featuring current superstars, WWE legends, and rising NXT talents. Universe mode also returns with brand new cutscenes and dynamic storytelling, while fresh match types including intergender wrestling add more ways to throw down. With improved animations, some smarter AI as we come to expect, and also live service updates, WWE 2K25 is really shaping up to be the ultimate wrestling experience. Escape Site 13 is finally launching on Xbox on the 14th of March and throws you into an unsettling world of the SCP universe, and let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. If you love horror, cryptic mysteries, and reality warping anomalies, then this one is for you. You play as an investigator, Liu Ziming, sent to explore a newly uncovered underground facility known as the Hanging Coffin. What should have been a routine investigation quickly spirals into an absolute nightmare. The site here is filled with metric anomalies, unseen forces that warp reality and leave their victims mentally shattered. The previous investigative teams, well, they didn't make it. This isn't a run and gun horror game. Instead, you'll be solving puzzles, uncovering some pretty dark secrets, and also surviving encounters with deadly entities. Every step deeper into Site 13 unravels more of its chilling history. That's if you lived long enough to put the pieces together. With psychological horror, some eerie storytelling, and a tense atmosphere, Escape Site 13 is perfect for anyone who loves a good mystery wrapped in terror. I know I mentioned this one a couple of weeks ago, but after a bit of a delay, the Mecha BREAK open beta is now officially live on Xbox consoles. If you're a fan of fast-paced mech battles, now's your chance to jump in and experience some explosive action. This is a high-energy multiplayer mech shooter, where you can pilot customizable mechs across some intense battlefields. Whether you prefer close-quarters combat, long-range precision, or just all-out destruction, there's a playstyle for you. There's also 3 game modes that let you choose between fast skirmishes, strategic teamfights, or large-scale warfare. With destructible environments, quick maneuvers, and an arsenal of heavy firepower, every match here is pure chaos in the best way possible. It's been having some rave reviews since its PC open beta launch, so it's well worth diving into it if you have an Xbox console. Ever wanted to command a giant mech and unleash mayhem? Then Mecha BREAK is your new go-to. If you love roguelike deck builders, then stop what you're doing, because Monster Train is back on Xbox Game Pass. Originally launching in 2020, this gem quickly became a fan favorite, and with Monster Train 2 on the horizon, this return feels like the perfect way to warm up. So, what's the deal? Well, you can imagine it as Slay the Spire meets Snowpiercer. You'll essentially be commanding an army of demons on a multi-level train, fighting to reignite the fires of hell. The twist though here is that battles take place across multiple floors, forcing you to strategize where to place your units for maximum impact. Every run here is incredibly different, with unique cards, upgrades, and game altering decisions for you to make. And if you're feeling competitive, the game even features real-time multiplayer, letting you prove you're the ultimate conductor of chaos. Whether you're a veteran or a first-timer to this franchise, this is one hell of a ride you need to take. So, what game are you looking forward to this week? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Xbox content every single week. Whilst you're here, why don't you check out my most recent video on screen now, as I covered the massive Xbox store sale going on right now, and every game I covered in this video is priced at £5 or less.